The atmosphere on set of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta took a dramatic turn when a loud smack echoed through the room, freezing the production. It was Rasheeda, furious after discovering a secret audio leak that exposed Jasmine mocking her behind her back. The audio, which was sent to the production team before filming, revealed Jasmine calling Rasheeda a placeholder and bragging about still having Kirk at night. Rasheeda was devastated, but what made it worse was that Kirk tried to hide the audio from her, attempting to protect Jasmine. The drama unfolded quickly. The cast was filming at a private location in Buckhead when the leak occurred. Jasmine, who was due to make a surprise cameo, had no idea what was coming. The audio was sent anonymously to one of the assistant producers via airdrop, with the note, "Play this before she slaps the wrong person." At first, the crew thought it was a prank, but when they heard Jasmine's voice on the file, the truth became undeniable. She spoke cockily about Kirk still coming back to her, making snide comments about Rasheeda's makeup line, and even casually mentioned they had another baby on the way. This revelation sent shockwaves through the set. Rasheeda, meanwhile, was getting her makeup done when the audio made its way to her AirPods. She sat in stunned silence, her left hand shaking as she paused the voice note. Her only response was a cold, "I told y'all I was done playing with her." Kirk, on the other side of the set, was pacing nervously, knowing the truth had come out. He'd heard the audio, but never told Rasheeda about it. He had tried to suppress it to protect the show's storyline, but now the cat was out of the bag. As filming began, Rasheeda, determined not to fake any conversation, walked into the room with Carly Red and immediately confronted Jasmine when she walked in. Rasheeda played the audio, and Jasmine's smug reaction only fueled the fire. She asked if Rasheeda was mad or embarrassed, which triggered Rasheeda's violent response. Security couldn't react fast enough as Rasheeda slapped Jasmine across the face, causing chaos. Kirk rushed into the room, trying to mediate, but Rasheeda wasn't having it. She confronted him, furious that he had allowed Jasmine's disrespect to continue. Jasmine, unfazed, defended herself, claiming Rasheeda had heard worse in the past. Despite the chaos, production saw an opportunity. They kept the cameras rolling as the confrontation turned into an all-out emotional battle, with Rasheeda declaring she was tired of being blindsided and always holding things in. Meanwhile, Jasmine, sitting with an ice pack on her cheek, still kept a smug smile on her face, proudly stating that she hadn't retaliated physically. Kirk tried to calm Rasheeda, claiming he hadn't wanted to tell her the truth because it would ruin everything. But it was too late. Rasheeda had already discovered the betrayal, and the explosive confrontation had turned the set into a live drama that couldn't be ignored. The atmosphere on the set of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was charged with tension. Filming came to an abrupt halt when a loud slap echoed across the room. Rasheeda had just learned the shocking truth. Jasmine had been mocking her and Kirk behind her back. A leaked audio file had exposed Jasmine calling Rasheeda a placeholder and bragging about how Kirk still returned to her at night. But what made Rasheeda even more furious was the fact that Kirk had tried to protect Jasmine and hide the audio from her. The slap, followed by an intense confrontation, was all caught on camera. Earlier, the crew had been preparing for a seemingly normal day of filming. Rasheeda was fresh off a therapy session, and Jasmine was scheduled to make a surprise cameo. But everything changed when a mysterious MP3 file was sent to one of the assistant producers just before filming began. The audio contained Jasmine's voice, mocking Rasheeda's makeup line and even revealing that she and Kirk were expecting another child. The leak caused a frenzy among the production team, especially when Rasheeda's stylist, who received the audio, passed it to her. Rasheeda listened to the file in shock, then simply whispered, "I told y'all I was done playing with her." When filming began, producers tried to keep things cool by having Rasheeda shoot a segment with Carly Red. But Rasheeda had other plans. When Jasmine walked into the room, Rasheeda confronted her immediately, playing the audio of Jasmine mocking her. Jasmine's reaction was a smug dismissal, prompting Rasheeda to lash out. The slap landed loud and clear, shocking everyone. As the room erupted, Kirk rushed in, trying to intervene, but it was too late. Rasheeda confronted him, asking how he could let Jasmine disrespect her like that. Jasmine, unfazed, retorted that Rasheeda had heard worse. As the confrontation continued, Carly Red, who had been observing the chaos, pulled out her phone and showed Rasheeda a shocking video. The footage was from a burner account, showing Jasmine in bed, holding Kirk's chain, and bragging about how she could end the marriage with a single post. Rasheeda, enraged, decided to let the cameras roll. She told Jasmine, "Let her drop it. I got enough receipts to start my own network." Jasmine, now visibly shaken, threatened to sue the production team for the assault. She demanded that they either cut Rasheeda from the season or face a legal battle. However, the producers stood firm, telling Jasmine that she had signed up to be real, and what happened was part of the drama. They escorted Jasmine off set while Rasheeda stayed behind, stewing in her anger. Later, Rasheeda received a disturbing message in her DMs from a burner account, revealing a hotel reservation for Kirk and another woman, someone other than Jasmine. As she confronted Kirk about the receipt, he was caught off guard. When she asked who the other woman was, Kirk's face went pale, and his response, "It didn't mean anything," only made things worse. Rasheeda, heartbroken, realized that she had been trying to fix things while Kirk had been hiding the truth from her. Tensions were already high on the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta set, but things escalated when Rasheeda's mother, Charlene, entered the scene. Jasmine, who had already been caught in a whirlwind of drama, rolled her eyes at Charlene's arrival. But Charlene wasn't having it. She confronted Jasmine, calling her a temporary storyline and telling her she was nothing but an embarrassment to her son. Jasmine tried to defend herself, but Charlene wasn't having it. "You say one slick word and I'll show you what old school Atlanta hands feel like." Jasmine quickly sat back down. Meanwhile, Rasheeda, still visibly shaken, turned to her mother and whispered, "Why does he keep doing this to me?" Charlene, unwavering, responded, "Because you keep letting him, baby. But today, we're drawing a line." She then turned to Kirk and added, "You embarrassed my daughter for the last time. If she doesn't leave you, I will." Producers, caught off guard, tried to salvage the situation, but things were already out of control. Carly Red, sensing the chaos, pulled out her phone and showed Rasheeda a shocking screenshot from an anonymous Instagram account. The message read, "Jasmine is lying. That audio was just the tip of the iceberg. I have video too." The video showed Jasmine in bed, holding Kirk's chain and stating, "If I wanted to, I could end that marriage with one post, but I'm too classy for that." Rasheeda, enraged, held the phone up for Kirk to see and asked, "Want to leak it now?" Jasmine, seeing the exchange, jumped up and threatened, "I'm the only one keeping it real here." Rasheeda calmly responded, "No one's mad. We're just tired of pretending you matter." The confrontation continued to heat up, with Jasmine threatening to release even more explosive content. But Rasheeda stood her ground. "Let her drop it. I've got enough receipts to start my own network." The slap heard round the world had already gone viral, with clips flooding social media. Fans were buzzing about the drama, wondering who leaked the audio, and even questioning Kirk's loyalty. Jasmine, furious, threatened to sue VH1 for the assault, claiming that no NDA could cover what had happened. The producers, however, remained unmoved, reminding Jasmine that she signed up to be real, and what happened was part of the show's drama. As she was escorted off set, Jasmine promised to finish things off camera, telling a PA, "Tell Rasheeda she'd better brace herself." Meanwhile, Rasheeda sat in her dressing room, her mind racing. Kirk, desperate, tried to talk to her, but Rasheeda was done. She opened her phone and saw a DM from an anonymous account that included a hotel reservation for Kirk and another woman, someone who wasn't Jasmine. Rasheeda, heartbroken, confronted Kirk, who was silent. When asked who the other woman was, Kirk's response, "It didn't mean anything," only made things worse. Rasheeda stood up slowly, her eyes locked on Kirk. "You lied to me," she said. "You've been messing up since before flip phones. You think I care about another one of your slip-ups? No. I stayed because of my family, my brand, my son. You've been lying to me for years." Just 24 hours after the explosive Love and Hip Hop Atlanta scene aired, social media was ablaze. Fans rallied behind Rasheeda, mocking Kirk and dragging Jasmine across every comment section. But what no one knew was that Jasmine had a second USB drive, one marked Rasheeda's Secret 2017. When she sent it out to multiple bloggers with a message, "Since you'll love her so much, here's the truth," everything flipped. By 8 p.m. gossip blogs exploded with headlines like, "Rasheeda admits she cheated and Rasheeda's secret confession leaked." The audio clip revealed Rasheeda confessing, "I know what I did in Miami wasn't right, but after everything Kirk put me through, I deserve to feel wanted." Fans went wild. Could Rasheeda really have cheated too? Meanwhile, Kirk sat nervously at the kitchen island, knowing the audio had leaked. Rasheeda walked in, her voice cold as she asked, "You gonna tell me what happened in Miami, or should I just ask the internet?" Kirk, desperate, stammered, "It didn't mean anything." Rasheeda shot back, You don't get to act righteous. You had Jasmine, Maya, and who knows who else. The tension between them was palpable. Kirk's face drained as he realized Rasheeda knew everything. The drama didn't stop there. Carly turned to Jasmine and asked, "Why did you leak the audio?" Jasmine sipped her drink and answered, "I got slapped for telling the truth, so I told everything, including hers." The audience was split, but the tension was undeniable. Then, Carly revealed a hotel record from Charlotte, showing Kirk and Jasmine's names as guests just 2 weeks after Maya's baby reveal. "Explain this," Carly asked. Kirk, broken, could only stammer, "It was for our son. I didn't want to argue." But Jasmine wasn't done. "We shared a room. There wasn't a kid on that bed," she taunted. Rasheeda stood up, eyes blazing. "I stayed because of my brand, my family, my son. But you think this is new? Kirk's been messing up for years." She turned to Jasmine. "You didn't break me. You exposed me. And I thank you for it because I needed to wake up." With that, Rasheeda declared, "I'm done." The crowd erupted in applause. Rasheeda left the set, her decision final. Later that night, she posted a simple photo to Instagram, a shot of her hand, no ring, with the caption, "Letting go is how you start again." The final question loomed. Is this the end of the Frost legacy, or just the beginning of a new chapter?